Lesson number 9. Can you see my slides? MICE venues and characteristics.
Yes.
Yes. So did you all go through this topic? Because last week we didn't have our class because of public holiday. So this is a very simple topic. It deals with MICE venues and characteristics. Right. I just want to run through this first and then I move on to topic 10. Will that be fine? What are your considerations when you look for a venue? Say you want to go for Sunway Convention Center. So what are the details you will look for in a MICE venue? So basically you will look for the site, and the main considerations will be functionality of the venue, suitability of the venue, size, the type of the event, and attendees accessibility, right? So when you talk about functionality of the venue, you will look into the details such as, okay, does the venue come up with a lot of support in terms of a stage, a podium, and then does it have a projector? Does it have an LCD projector? Is the screen nice? Is the screen big, right? And if the audience are going to be seated all around the conference room, can they all see the projector at the same time, right? And what are the other facilities you have at the venue itself? If it's going to be a buffet setup lunch, where are they going to go for lunch, right? All these are the venue characteristics. Later I will post ad from which hotel is this? From Marriott Group of Hotels in Thailand, how they have opened up their conference venues with the new normal. You know, Bangkok, not Thailand, Bangkok, how they've opened up their venues for their with the new normal. Just a second, yeah. Celine, what was that you sent to me?
The thing is on the submission for the meeting.
Yes. Now, when I checked, your status is turned in. I think you didn't
Yeah,
the last one. So it says turned in 10 days late.
yeah, miss, but I already submitted on the 1st June.
Okay.
I sent it
Right.
again.
Yes. So that's the functionality of the venue. Okay. What are the details you will look for, and suitability of the venue? Say, for example, your event is a conference, right? And many of your attendees are staying somewhere in KL itself. So there's no point having a venue in Sunway. So might as well look for a venue in KLCC itself or somewhere around there. So that is a suitability of the venue. And if it's a conference, does your venue have smaller breakout rooms? Can people just go into smaller rooms for discussion, right? And if they have a launch of a product, does your venue have a bigger launch or a bigger space to suit all your requirements for that particular type of your event, right? To suit the event itself. Size of the event. When you say your event is very big and your number of attendees are more than 100 or more than thousands or more than 5,000, right? The size of your event itself, based on that, you will have to look for a venue, right? Usually all the conference halls and the venue requirements, they come and tell you we can accommodate 100 packs, we can accommodate 200 packs on a sit down buffet. When they say sit down buffet, that means they can provide chairs for 200 participants. Then it's a different kind of a venue. Like for exhibition, it's a floating crowd. People just come in and people just keep going out. So you look for a space that can host the floating crowd. You don't have to look for a space to host all of the crowd inside, because people are not going to stay there forever, right? So they keep floating. They come in, they go out. They come to one stall, they move to another stall, then they go out to another hall maybe, right? So based upon the size of the event, you have to choose your venue as well. Then the type of the event. So the type of the event is, maybe it's a gala dinner or a conference, right? So you need a stage, you need some nice lightings that comes along with the stage, and then you need to have some nice audio visual equipments. So all those must suit your event. So depending upon the type of your event, you have to choose your venue as well. For example, if it's a garden dinner wedding, okay, so then you need to look for a space that is open, the lounge is open, the washrooms are nearby, the exit points are nearby. So depending upon the type of the event, you have to choose your venue. And of course, your attendees accessibility. This is in terms of two. One is, if you're having international guests, if you're having local guests, is there enough transportation available to reach your venue? That's one, right? Or is yours traffic zone prone area, so people might find it very difficult to come to your venue, then it's not a right option at all. Apart from it, you, in case if you are expecting people who are challenged, differently challenged or physically disabled to attend your event, is there enough accessibility, right? And also, if your conference states that, yeah, the participants are bringing their children, they're bringing their spouse, so do you have alternative arrangements for them as your conference is happening? Where are these people going to wait? Can they go and have, do they have a separate room, or do they have different kind of activities only to cater to them? So this is your attendees accessibility. So these are the main considerations when you actually look for in a MICE venue and a site, right? So when you talk about venue site, it depends upon the convention centers, the restaurants. Is it nearby the university? Is it nearby your meeting rooms, or is it at the marketing center itself? So all these are the key areas that you will have to look into. So that's topic 9. Okay, you can just give it a read later. You will be able to understand. Any questions on this class?
No, Miss.
9. It's a very straightforward topic, you know. You will not find it hard at all. Okay, but today's topic is chapter 10. You can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Can see.
Right. Destination management companies. So that's our topic today. Destination management companies. What do you understand by destination management companies? Or it's also termed as DMC, destination management companies. DMC. What do you understand by that? Have you heard of such kind of places? Rachelin?
Sorry, Miss, can you repeat?
Have you heard of destination management companies? DMCs?
Never.
No. Anyone else? Jade, have you heard of this term?
No, Miss.
No. Okay. Isabel?
No, no clue.
No clue. Okay. Have you heard of Universal Studios?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Have you heard of Sunway Lagoon?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Right. What do you, okay. Have you heard of Sentosa in Singapore?
Yes.
What do you find in these places?
Park. Recreation.
Recreational parks, right? Okay, is it like a one-day activity? People go there in the morning and they come out in the evening, right? But what if somebody decides to stay there? Can they stay there?
Yeah, and many of them have accommodation.
Yes, they do have accommodation, which means they also have places to dine in as well, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and which means they also have recreational activities to entertain them during the night as well, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and what if you decide to have your birthday? You're expecting about 100 packs. Do you think they have facilities to accommodate you?
Yeah, I'm sure they might.
Yes, so these are called as destination management companies. So you know the people operating these destinations like Sentosa, or for example Universal Studio, the Sunway Lagoon. So the people managing it are called as the destination management companies. It's the management company, but basically they have all the services provided inside, just in case if a guest decides to host a wedding there, or if the guest decides to hold a conference there. He says, I will hold my conference there, and then during the day or during the evening, my guests should be able to go around and see. So yes, right, Genting is a perfect example to have all these things in one place. So to know about their services and to know about who are they dealing with in terms of meeting planners, hotels, event participants, and suppliers in a certain destination. So that is what we are going to look into. It's a very small lesson. It's just managing destinations. It is not very different from how you manage an event, but this is actually managing the destination itself, right? For example, all right, the name comes from professional service company, possesses extensive local knowledge, expertise, and resources. Okay, for example, if Isabel comes and tells you, Isabel, where are you from basically? Isabel?
Venezuela.
Venezuela, right? What happens if your friend, maybe say Jade, okay, she tells you, Isabel, I would like to have my wedding organized in Venezuela. Will you be able to assist her?
Maybe not like detail, but I can maybe suggest places where she could go.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But then just imagine if you have somebody who can give all the details to Jade and just managing the entire wedding itself for Jade, right? She tells, yeah, I just need to pay and I need to tell them what all I want, what all I need for my wedding, right? Maybe I want this hotel and I want my wedding reception to be in this garden. I want you to be like this. I want to take my guests around, right? So the destination management company will be able to have all their resources in hand so that they can organize this event for your customer, right? So which means they need to have a lot of information about the local expertise, where they can look for car facility rental, car rentals, where they can go and book for tickets, where they can go and get for terms of resources, like where can they get a photographer, where they can get a videographer, right? So all details, in case if you want to have a banner displayed, you have to print a banner, right? So then you get your brochures printed. So you need to get your printers details as well. So that means you get all information about the local knowledge, the expertise, and the resources, right? So that is what we talk about destination management. So what are the roles they play? They help you with successful planning, delivery of meetings, conventions, and events. They tell you, yes, in case if you need to bring your guests inside this country or in this particular spot, you need to go through all these details, and only then you'll be able to come in, able to provide comprehensive local knowledge and resources needed, as I told you, right? And then they will also be able to get your tickets reserved, hotels reserved, convention and centers and suppliers reserved. All these details, they will have it in their fingertips. But everything comes with a cost, right? So they tell you what is the cost as well, so that it helps you in your planning and your decision making. And then they will also tell you, okay, engage by meeting or event planners. And they may not be able to run the event for you, but as what Isabel just said, maybe I can refer to the people, I can refer to the right sources. So that is what they will do. They will bring in the right people for the right job. So that is how they manage the destinations, destination management companies. So basically, what are the services you can find? Hotel selection, event venue selection, preparing the itineraries for your event, whether it's a conference or an exhibition or a meeting or a convention or a wedding or a birthday party, we don't know, right? So depending upon the event itself, they prepare the itinerary, the event concept and theme, sightseeing arrangements if possible, that is also done, and team building activities. This is something very, very important, the team building activities. Usually what happens is when you are attached to a hotel, you get all the above arrangements, you know, the selection of hotel, the menu, itinerary. But when it comes to team building activities, it requires expertise, right? And this one comes from the DMC provider. You cannot simply name a few and get it, you know. So in the resorts that you're staying in or in the hotels that you're staying in, they will have XYZ companies and you can approach them and they will connect you with them directly, you know. So whichever is suiting your company profile and the budget, you can get them engaged for team building activities. You know, a couple of years ago, all the lecturers were taken to a team building in JB, one of the resorts in JB, Desaru Resort. So when we went there, we had a team building event organizing company from Singapore. So when we were asking our team organizers, why did you get the people from Singapore? Then they said it's not provided. It's not provided by us. It's provided by the resort themselves. So sometimes it comes with the package that you buy, right? And of course, the transportation, the pickup, meet and greet means picking up from the airport and bringing them back to the hotel, picking up from the hotel and dropping them back at the airport, pick up and drop off services, and staffing services for that event day, budgeting, incentive travel. So all this can be managed by them. If you look into the incentive travel, it's a topic by itself we will learn in the coming classes. All right. So all these are the various services that they will provide. But apart from it, what are the basic resources? As we just told you, the products. That is the main resource you need. The reputation. You can just simply name company A is good, company B is good, company C is good. But again, you will have to recommend which one you would like to recommend, right? So that's why when Isabel will tell Jade, okay, I recommend Jade that this is a nice hotel because all these details are in there. So it goes by the reputation, right? And then the experience. And then Isabel will say, maybe I went to this hotel and I stayed, so I really like the place. And that's why I'm asking you to come and stay in this place, right? So it's depending upon the experience that you have experienced or your clients have shared with you. Based on that, you will identify that particular destination management company. And relationship, this is very important, right? You need to know, you need to work with them, so that you need to have a cordial relationship with them. Only then you will be able to get the right people, you'll be able to get it at the right price, you'll be able to get it at the right time. So the resources for your DMC is very, very important. Products, reputation, experience, and relationship. Okay, so that is all about destination management company. So basically it is a service provided for a particular destination, all about the destination. You can name a particular country, right? And then you want it to be done there. Then these companies, with their resources, with their connections, this particular company will be able to organize the event for you. All right. Once again, our role is to organize the event. Yeah. Any questions on this class?
Miss,
Yes.
so is this like similar, like travel agent?
Pardon?
Is
How
it
many you see the taken enemies that can like split according to two?
so this destination management is similar like travel agent?
It's not a travel agent, it's everything about that particular destination. You know, travel agents can book you to them. You know, travel agents, what do they normally do? They only book the packages for you. But the destination management companies will look into all the details of your event itself. You can more or less call them as a travel agent also, but this is beyond, one step beyond and above the travel agents. They will only book the tickets for you and give you, but destination management companies manages everything at that destination itself. Yes, they can get you the tickets booked, but then destination is managing the entire destination itself there for you. And that comes with the various, as I told you, you need to have enough resources, you need to have enough contacts, you need to have all your suppliers with you. Say, for example, you are going to a particular destination, you're going to Universal Studios, you're staying there, and you want to throw a birthday party for your daughter, and suddenly you feel that, okay, I want to have a Mickey Mouse themed birthday party. So which means everything that needs to be done in a Mickey Mouse thing, right? The decorations, you need to get the color papers, you need to get the plates, you need to get the crockeries, the cutleries, you need to get the tablecloths in the Mickey Mouse shape itself, right? You need to get a mascot, Mickey Mouse mascot. So all these, it's a new place, and you cannot have your resources as well, right? But these organizers will help to run through your suppliers, and then they'll say, okay, right, we will organize it for you. So that is how they manage the destinations.
Okay, Miss, thank you.
You're welcome. Any questions, class?
Not from my side.
Very good. Thanks, Isabel. How about the others?
No, Miss. Thank you.
Okay, good. So we have 4 more topics to go. Do we have any public holidays coming? No, right? Shall we stick to the same class dates for that? Yeah. Okay, so for Anastasia and Sam, who just came by for class, somebody's mentioned something on the chat. No, miss. Okay, right. Who just came for the class a bit late. We decided